I'm Mike J in your foxhole till I have a seat spin. Sit a pretty ass in this Benz behind a dark tent. You in the presence of extravagance. Settle down, Cuban link chillin'. Freezing on my textile, watch match my sentiments. How could you slumber like I gave you number coke in these quotes? Like I'm running numbers, styling with the Jews. Shot slam, hollow cars, busy chasing money, no time for the blues.
Yo, what's up YouTube? Thank you for stopping at the Viewturistic YouTube channel. We really appreciate your support. Right now we're about to do Viewology episode number 9, and it's called Love After Heartbreak. I want to talk about, this is kind of a spin-off from Viewology episode number 1 when I was talking about post-divorce life. But now I want to specifically talk about finding love after you've been through a heartbreak. I've been through 2 major heartbreaks in my life. I said that in the first video. Not gonna go too much into details about that because, well, I ain't gonna say it's none of y'all business because y'all my family. And like I said, I'm very transparent. However, I don't want to make it seem like it's just all about that. I want this to be genuine advice to anyone else who might be suffering from some of the same things that I went through. Going through a heartbreak is a very challenging time of your life, especially if you had a lot of emotion invested into that person that broke your heart. Or you possibly broke someone else's heart, and as a result, you're no longer with that person, which in turn resulted in your own heartbreak. But we're gonna talk about what it takes to move on after that, to find love again after you've suffered that. Now, I know it's easier said than done because oftentimes when we do experience some type of heartbreak, whether it was because of infidelity, whether it was because of incompatibility, whatever the case may be, we're gonna start to develop these trust issues inside of us. We're gonna start to develop these ideas that what's wrong with me, or I'm never gonna find love again because I'm never gonna get myself to a point where I can open up again and trust someone just because of how bad heartbreak feels. I don't wish that pain on anybody. Like, that is one of the worst feelings in the world. For those of you who have experienced heartbreak or might be currently experiencing heartbreak now, you know what it's like to go to sleep with the last thought on your mind being that person or being the heartbreak itself. Going to sleep, waking up, those first maybe 2 minutes or so, you kind of forgot that you were experiencing the heartbreak and everything feels normal, like those first 2 minutes of being awoke. And then all of a sudden it hits you like a ton of bricks and reality sets back in and reminds you that you're going through a heartbreak right now. Now, the most important thing to do is to acknowledge your feelings while you're going through this heartbreak. And please, whatever you do, do not rush into a rebound situation. That's the last thing that you want to do. When you're going through a heartbreak, there's typically 2 routes that you could take. One route, you might be trying to figure out what it is that you need to do to get back with that person that broke your heart. And if that's the route that you choose to take, you need to be focusing on that. The other route is getting over that person and healing from that heartbreak. And during that time, it's the best time in your life to get to know yourself and start to loving yourself unconditionally. Because I guarantee you, once you start loving yourself unconditionally, it's gonna make your next, when you fall in love again, it's gonna make it that much better because you know yourself so much better, and you're gonna appreciate what you have more because you know of everything that you went through to get to this next level of love. And even when the next one comes, don't get in the mindset that this is it or this is the one. I know sometimes we get excited about falling in love and we really want to say this is the one or this is it. However, after 2 heartbreaks, I kind of try to steer away from that. I'm not saying that I'm not going to put 100% effort into loving whoever it is that I'm loving after a heartbreak. However, you have to build in your mind for the possibility of it not working out. And I'm not saying be a pessimist throughout your entire relationship. I'm not saying that by any means. But what I'm saying is you have to be, each heartbreak that you go through is going to make your heart that much stronger, so that if it did happen again, you be that much more equipped to deal with the pain that comes along with the heartbreak. But back to my point about using that time to get to fall in love with yourself again and to get to know yourself. Me personally, especially through my last heartbreak, it forced me to look internally and learn more about myself than I've ever learned about myself before, because I knew that I wanted to be the best version of myself that I could possibly be before I choose to fall in love with someone else again. Because looking back, I know that the reason why sometimes some things went wrong in my last loving relationship, it was because I wasn't fully in love with myself. And sometimes when you're not fully in love with yourself, you tend to project those insecurities onto the other person, and that just creates a disaster. Take it from me, take it from my personal experience. I can definitely attest to the fact that, you know, that was one of the things that I contributed to in one of my heartbreaks, is me projecting insecurities, but that's because I wasn't fully in love or happy with myself. So if you are in the unfortunate circumstance right now of going through a heartbreak, whether you're going through a divorce, whether you're going through a breakup, whether you're in a relationship that it just doesn't seem to be working, take this time to truly get to know yourself, truly get to love yourself for who you are, because the more that you practice loving yourself, the better you're going to be able to love someone else. Also, I would recommend, if you have never heard of this book or if you've never read this book, pick up the book 5 Languages of Love, or 5 Love Languages, however it's titled. It can definitely change your life and give you a completely new perspective on how to love someone and how to be loved. What it does is it talks about different love languages, so how different people need to be loved in order for them to fully understand that you love them. And it also can teach you a lot about yourself, to say, hey, well, for example, some of the languages that they list on there is physical touch, words of affirmation, gifts, quality time, and I'm sorry, I can't think of what the 5th language is. But it teaches you that everyone speaks a different love language. And if you know your partner's love language going into the new relationship after your heartbreak, or if you're trying to mend a current relationship, if you can learn your partner's love language and speak it to them, it will make a world of difference. And also, if you're aware of your own love language and try to get your partner to speak that language to you, and you are aware and understand that that's the language that you need to be spoken to in order for you to feel loved, it can make a world of difference. So check that book out. Keep tuning in to our Viewology episodes. We really love bringing you this awesome information. Like I said, most of this comes straight from my heart, and I just, you know, sometimes I just wake up one day and say, hey, I want to talk about this, because I feel like I can connect with the people. And I do feel like I've been connecting with the people so far, and I want to expand this to thousands, hundreds of thousands. Hopefully one day millions of people will be seeing and be able to connect with the things that I have to say, and hopefully they could benefit from some of the things that I say. So if you are going through a heartbreak right now, a divorce, a breakup, a rocky relationship, just remember, it's not the end of the world. It will get better. Take this time to truly learn to love yourself conditionally. If you think the relationship is worth saving, put your pride to the side. That's one thing. Put your pride to the side. If you love that person unconditionally, sometimes it might mean that you have to project love onto them, even if you're not getting that love back. But if you know the end result is going to result in you two being back together, and you feel like that's your soulmate or the love of your life, just go for that shit. Or if you truly believe that it's the end of the road, nip it in the bud. Rip the band-aid off. Just do what you need to do to get through the healing process, so that you can start becoming a better version of yourself, so you can start loving yourself again, so you can prepare for that next person to get the ultimate version of yourself, and hopefully that'll be the last time that you have to suffer through a heartbreak. That's it for Viewology episode number 9. We really hope that you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the Viewturistic YouTube channel. Please don't forget to send us emails if you have any questions. If you have any topics that you want us to discuss, send us an email at jacob.joshua8488@gmail.com. And until next time, we'll see you later. Keep viewing what you're doing. Keep viewing what you're viewing. Peace out.
Subscribe.